How's everybody doing tonight? Don't have an even burn at all going on. What's happening, everyone? I wanted to hop on here just to do a little live, hang out with you guys, hang out with everyone. Since I did not get a video out this week, we've had a little bit of a slow filming schedule. We've had just a lot of things on the weekends, but our next video, well, hopefully, let me say this again. Hopefully our next video, if we have the new stuff in, is going to be awesome. We're going to be releasing something new, and I can't wait. Hey guys, let's see, we have fishing with Asa in the house. Asa, good morning from Australia. Hey, hello from Florida. Much love from Charleston. Hey, hello. I am starting bait making. That's awesome. You're in the right place. We're here to help. Hello from Missouri. Yeah, the neighbors are outside, so if you hear some background noise. I don't do a lot of cigars, so. I have not been striper fishing on the Ocklawahamie, but I've seen some amazing reports. We turn on this fan. Guggen or 6 cents. Rec Outdoors, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did a couple videos with Nate about 2 years ago. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'd like to do it again. I need to call him. Canada, hello. He's making lures toxic, so depending on the plastic you use. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get like a good angle here. Well, number one, okay, sorry. There we go. I don't go live a lot. You don't want to breathe in your plastic fumes. You really don't want to breathe them in if you burn the plastic and it has phthalates. Good ventilation is key, and if you are, first of all, can everybody hear me okay? If you are working in a enclosed environment, you must wear a respirator. Have I ever used anything Guggen? Oh, you have never, okay. I'm sure they're okay. I mean, I've melted down a lot of Guggen baits in my time. Does anybody have any questions? Is anybody new to the hobby and might be struggling with something? Maybe you're struggling with denting, laminating, getting your temperatures right, hand pouring. I get a lot of questions and a lot of comments that I just simply can't always answer. So now's a good time to try to pick my brain a little bit, and also y'all can have a discussion in the chat. If you want to buy a super chat, you know, I guess I have that on, but I'd be honored. Let's see. I'm trying to see, okay. Why does my swim bait dull after several days? Where are you curing them? If you cure your baits, like in your garage or something like that, you can actually, depending on your environment, they will actually absorb moisture, and then you'll have that problem. Can I send you a shooting star? Well, I don't have one. My own blood in my lures. No, like Jordison. Hello from Atlanta. How are you? Is it possible to scent baits? Yes. Yes, lure scent is just an oil. What I like to do, I'll show you. And we're back. So I have a couple of frogs. Okay. A couple of frogs and one of my lure bags. Okay. Here's the best way to add scent. Put the baits in the bag. I get so many questions about scent, and it's funny because it's the simplest part. I don't know why my wife Chad is not updating. I am trying to get it. Okay, here we go. Here's how to add scent. Grape scent. It smells just like Big League Chew. You know that bubble gum we all used to chew up when we all thought that we would be baseball players? There you go. That's it. Shake it around a little bit. That scent oil will act like a lubrication oil, so the baits will have that kind of slick, oily finish in the bag, and that's how you add your scent. You know, reason being is that now these baits are going to be in that scent oil for the rest of their lifespan, and that's the best way to get the most value out of your scent oil. Have I made an American flag bait? Oh, hey, I'm the king of that. I hand poured some American flag swim baits. Go check out that video. It's going to blow your mind. Still blows my mind that I pulled that off. What do I clean the inside of my injector with? I use sort of a elongated brush, and then I just squirt a little bit of worm oil. So here's the inside of the injector. I just squirt the worm oil in the injector, and then I just clean it out. Nothing. I mean, sorry, nothing to it. I am trying to keep up with these chats. Denting in your core shot worm. Are you getting denting in the shells? I think the core shot rod disrupts the flow of the plastic. To me, the best way is to preheat that mold. It's going to take a lot more time, but if you're that concerned about dents, I think you're fine. You know, like, dents aren't really a problem unless you just paint them. The fish do not care. Night Fisher, hello sir, how are you? Yeah, the shells are where you get dent problems for sure. Always. That's just the way it goes there. Yes, actually, the 709 crawl, despite it not having, so if we look here closely at an ecto crawl, see how it has that ridge, right, that catches water? 709 really doesn't have that, but I actually find it to kick pretty good. It's a real compact bait without a lot of appendages, so it's really good for flipping. Do I go muskie fishing? We don't have very many muskie here in Florida. Glow powder inside the core shot. I have not done it. I have seen people do it. Yes, a blowtorch can assist you with bubbles, but there's nothing like a vacuum chamber. Ever, not never, never, not ever. Because a vacuum chamber actually has enough pool that it can actually remove the moisture too, and the moisture is the source of all of that. Bass Cat Little Dave, longtime viewer, is there a way to keep the plastic hot longer? Yes, put your microwave on defrost and just let them sit in there. I'm not sure what you mean, Wagner, by hook top swim baits. Please elaborate. What's a budget CNC stickworm mold? Maybe look at the Fat Guys Fishing tin cavity. stickworm, I think you get a pretty good value there. Thank you, Mark. Does it make a big difference when you use a griddle? If you're trying to hand pour swimmies, absolutely. Yeah, a redfish video would be awesome. I can't even find time to go fish the pond next to my house, guys. It's bad. What's my favorite bait to make? It's between frogs because I do so much frog fishing. And then obviously I love the open pour swim baits. 79 people in here. Let's keep going. Oh, like a Huddleston. Yeah, I mean, you can get molds that are full body baits like that. You know, you kind of have to inject them, but there's nothing wrong with that. Here's a good question. Do I have a list of mold makers that I use? No, I do not have a list, but I can list them. I started off with Delmart. I had a few K molds as well. Then I got into Bass Tackle, Bob's Tackle Shack. I had a few customs made from High Rock Molds and Lakeside Bait Molds. I think both of those companies are now gone. You know, obviously I've partnered up with AI and have a ton of their stuff. You know, I have some silicone molds from here and there. I'm thinking about getting the Fat Guys Fishing Crawl. I mean, there's so many good molds, you know. You know, I mean, there's epic molds. There's all sorts of stuff. I don't ever use my hot plates to keep plastic hot. I usually that's where the molds go. Catfish video. Oh my God, I'd love to. I used to do a lot of flathead fishing. Muscadine. I don't know that I've ever made that one, but I don't think it would be any more difficult than maybe just finding a muscadine pigment. Yeah. What is a good mold? You know, here's a good question. A lot of new people ask me, hey, what mold should I get for my first mold? What's your favorite style bait? Right? If it's a crawl, look at the Ecto Crawl, this one from AI. Look at the 702 Crawl from Bass Tackle, which might be a Bob's Tackle Shack now. I mean, hell, look at the Do It I Crawl. There's so many good ones. There's all sorts of stuff. Okay, so I have a question here. Do you have to wait for plastic to cool to add multiple colors? Well, yeah, but it's all about timing when he's talking specifically open pouring. So for example, this bluegill here, this is 4 layers. I can't pour them all at once or else they'll just kind of slosh together. So it's all about timing. If you have questions about high-end hand pouring, I have a ton of detailed videos specific to pouring complicated swim baits. What salt can you use for Senkos? Anything. Any salt will work. I have not used the newest MF motor oil. I heard it's a little more green because they had to change the red. So I have not done it. Jason Stewart, hello. 111 people in here. Welcome, everybody. You know, I have not messed around with too many sinking additives. I'll admit, I'm not the most knowledgeable. I hate working with salt, so I haven't really tried a whole bunch of other stuff. Some people use silica, sand basically. You can use glass. I think MF makes a sinking additive, or maybe Do It makes a sinking additive, which I think is silica based. You know, you have to be careful putting sand in your baits because that will actually really mess up your injectors. it can really, really ruin things. Not to mention the inner finish on your mold is going to get scratched. That's what I think. I've never put ketchup in a bait. A good Cinco mold for a beginner is the actual Do It Cinco mold. It's about $40. Yeah, okay, so here's the question. Bait bags. Everybody wants to know where to get this, and they want to know where to have them custom printed. Forget custom printing. It's very expensive. They have to be made in China. They have to be made several thousands at minimum. It's very expensive. It's a long, difficult process. What I would recommend is to go to clearbags.com. Just clear, just like this part right here, clearbags.com. And they have a section specific to worm bags that have the correct lamination, right, in the materials, which will contain the oils. You cannot use just some crappy bag from Mama's Kitchen. You have to have worm bags. And custom ones are a pain, and that money is better invested in your product. Yeah, you know, I have a video going to the grocery store and just putting a bunch of food items in the plastic. Fun times. I've done a little bit of that, molding my own shapes. I just didn't have a passion for it, and now I have a lot less time. Like, it's unfortunate, guys. There's a lot of ideas I just simply cannot bring to camera because of time constraints. My weekends with 2 young kids, like I don't have time to put in the hours to mold and shape something, and then mold it, wait for the silicone to set, and then make a bait, and then take it fishing. I'm only a part-time YouTuber, and there's just certain things I don't have time to execute on right now, which is sad. I would love to bring everybody all of these ideas. Corey, thank you so much, buddy. My pleasure. Generally, if your bait is not shiny, it's the finish of the mold. That's black glitter that doesn't bleed. Get the black flake from either Lure Works. They make it in-house. The dead-on flake does not bleed, nor does any black flake that I've ever gotten from Lure Craft. Australia, hello. We have a nice German beer tonight. My longtime viewers know that I love this stuff, so prost everybody. Oh, my personal favorite triple injection color. Probably the first ever color I did on film. I did a triple injection video when I first got the triple injector, and it blew up. It got like 200,000 views, which I'm like, how do I get that kind of views again? That color was frickin' fire. Go check out that video. Naughty old man, thank you. Red glitter, you're always gonna have to baby it. I don't know that there's any good way around it. If your plastic is sticky, you did not prepare it right. I have a very short playlist called Quick Tips. It's only 2 videos. It is all about plastic preparation. Go watch it right now. You will not have sticky plastic ever again. We are here to help, that's for sure. How do you do double injection on a 2-inch baby shad? Well, the same way you do it any. You can do laminate injection on a little tiny panfish grub, you know? Get out your dual injector and your dual block and let her rip. What happens if you put plastic in hot oil? Probably nothing, because it's all oil-based, but don't ever do that. Ever. Best all-around plastic blend. I'll show you. Woo! Full bucket, everyone. I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Swim bait blend. Oh my god. Okay. Here we go. Gonna have to get a back massage. How do you reuse your sprue plastic from laminates? Well, you can't really reuse them to get the same color. You just have to melt them down and hope that they look good. I think somebody asked a question about a red pigment that doesn't bleed. So none of the dead-on colors bleed. MF makes specific non-bleed pigments. That's always tough. So milking the cow is better for a true spiral swirl, like getting that candy cane effect. The C block is good for asymmetrical bait cavities. See how that plastic is just all different colors? It's just kind of randomly splotched in there. That's what the C block is great for. And milking the cow is really hard. Hello from Morocco. How's it going? Hello from Florida. Red rum is an awesome color. Cannot get enough of it. It is gorgeous. Let me flip the camera around and show y'all a few things that I have on the table. If I can figure it out. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So these are from my latest video. So again, there's a better look at what the C block does. Is that not lovely? Look at that. Is that just not insanity? No, that's just like a regular cigar. That's an Al Fuente. Nothing fancy. Yeah, so we have those, of course. These were cool. Sort of like a Tiffany blue swim bait. There's a lot of different color effects that you can see on those. Let me lay it back out straight. This is how I like to cure my swim baits. Just kind of lay them out. Do a partnership with Guggen. Yeah, that might be pretty lucrative. Here's my absolute best seller, the mighty green color shift shad. That just, oh man, that does so many different species of forage so well. Let's dip your car's ZTG hyper shift on the top. Perch swim baits. Yeah, I had a guy ask me to make those today. They are just so difficult. You know, my complicated layered pours, they just take a long time. I can't just spit them out on a whim. Oops. Yeah, these little guys. That's seriously awesome. Those are tail poured. You can see the tail is two colors. Oh yeah, I've done a lot of stuff with foils and glitter films and all that. And that's all fun stuff. This is a good one here. Sort of like a purple gizzard shad. Blue highlight there on the bottom. give it that effect. Yeah. Yes sir, yes sir. And then just 4-layer bluegills. They just don't have eyes on them yet. Look at how illusion the orange is. You look at it from the bottom, there's barely any orange until you turn it sideways. I thought that was really, really, really cool. Randy, the only way is practice. The only way is practice. You're gonna overpour things no matter how good you are. Oh, I gotta show y'all a recent swim bait that everyone is really taking an interest in. It's this color right here. Yeah, check that bad boy out. And that's something. So it looks like there's flake in it, but it's not. That's all powders. That's all dip your car powders. That's GC47 on the bottom. That's bluegill color shift for the vein. And then that's a black top with ZGL color shift, I think. See how it kind of looks gold on the top? Yeah, people are really digging that one. That's a brand new recipe. One of my buddies makes a color a lot like that. And so I kind of took a page out of his book. Yeah, here's a good question. How do I stop my girlfriend from thinking I entertain strippers because of all of the glitter all over me? You know, my advice is just to fess up and just tell her, yes, it is strippers. Would like to see the Zoom color Tilapia Magic. Not ringing a bell. I'd have to look it up. I don't do cigars a lot. Oh no, oh no. What are good prices and pack sizes? You know, it's hard for me to tell somebody what their pricing should be because my pricing now is way different than it used to be. You know, things change, they evolve. You get better, your market increases, your reputation increases. You know, there's a lot of factors in determining what your product's valuation is. And that's something I really can't tell you. You know, as a rule of thumb, what I tell garage bait makers and custom bait makers is whatever the big box brands are selling a similar bait for in the store, you charge 30% more no matter what, because you're the little guy and small business always does it better. Shout out to Odin Ackerman. What's up, buddy? Yeah, my children get glitter on them sometimes. But nobody suspects Landon of being at a strip club. Good day, blokes from Australia. Thanks again for the guy who bought a super chat. Thank you. Can I message you on Instagram for the set of bluegills? Sure. Yeah, they're not done, but yeah, sure, you can buy them. Rec Outdoors, R-E-K Outdoors. Shout out. Yeah, we need everyone to hit the like button. Come on, let's boost engagement here. Great question here from M. Jones. How do I stop the divot in the tail on the 4-inch open pour? So what he's talking about is in the tail section. A lot of times, it'll sink in right there in the tail. That's from the plastic cooling down too fast, which means your molds aren't near hot enough. Watch my video on using temperature to hand pour better baits. $67 likes now. Thanks, guys. Color of the day. I know. Tijuana, Mexico. Hello, guys. We have the whole world in here. We have the whole world in here. Hayden, thank you so much. It's just a Al Fuente cigar. So a couple people have asked where to buy my baits. I don't use my online store anymore. I only sell through our official World's Worst Fishing Instagram account. And it's kind of a first come, first serve. Whenever I have something available, I'll offer it to you guys for sale. And you just have to jump on them. Some things, like, no joke, some sets of swim baits will sell in less than 15 seconds, and I can't even update the post fast enough. Others will be listed for 30 minutes before somebody gets them, so it's just kind of hit or miss. Quebec, Canada. Hey, my favorite arm wrestler, he's in Ottawa, which I don't know if that's in Quebec, but or maybe that's in the Ontario area. Big Brand Meltdown. Oh, those are so much fun. I know. I used to have time to do fun stuff, guys. Sorry. The next video should... Oh! Sorry, guys. The next video should be a new mold. So I'm excited about that. McQueenie, Florida. All right. I've been there. Ottawa is Ontario. Okay. Okay, Ottawa. Very nice. Yeah, Devin Larrett, man. My favorite arm wrestler, bar none. Let me get something to prop. Try to prop against my phone here. Grab a mold. That's not gonna work. Sorry. Gonna have to do what we can do. Yes, the Kitech smells horrible. You know, I've never fished for Goliath groupers. Pretty sure I've been broke off by one offshore fishing, but I've never targeted them. I like to fish for freshwater Goliath groupers, the big flathead catfish. Corey Griffin, hello, sir. How are you? Tell your grandkids I said hello. Oh, Jello. I do have a video using Jello. Go check it out. Clearbags.com, and you want to get just regular see-through worm bags. Bear with me, guys. I got to open my last beer here. So the trick for flatheads, you got to have live bluegill. And you got to sit out there all night and throw them down into the deep holes in the river bends, especially if you can get close to a log jam. It's very difficult. But it's a thrill like you ain't never had. Chris Tyndall, his wife, is putting the heat on him. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there, buddy. I don't personally believe in the happy wife, happy life. I believe in both people should be happy, you know? Oh man, flathead meat is so good. Even like a 40-pounder tastes amazing. Yeah, guys, if y'all are liking this, we'll do more lives. We'll do a couple of lives where we're even like pouring, so that y'all can see like the real time process. Is that something y'all would be interested in, to see like a real time, unedited? Here's everything that I go through to produce something cool. You know, we could do that. This guy, yeah, you're the cannabis guy. What's up, buddy? Hey, thanks for being a good customer. Yeah. Real-time video, okay. Is it Doggo, the hut? Is that correct pronunciation? He's got some of my best baits. He's bought a lot of cool stuff. Have I ever used silicone to copy an existing soft bait? No, I have not. Yes, Aiden, China is the only place to get bags made. It's very expensive. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Put your money into your materials. Okay, so y'all do want to see like a 2-hour-long marathon, just me working. Probably, I mean, I wouldn't really be able to talk to you guys much. It would just be sort of me just turning on the live and just going to work. Oh, my wife's gonna be behind us, so she's clothed. Okay, all right. Here. All right. Bring on the marathon, okay. Who makes, yeah, there's no laundry noise tonight, thank frickin' God. Nope, do not do that. Yeah. What injection block is best for blending two colors? So if you buy a dual injector, they're also going to offer you to get the blending block that fits it. Get that one. That's all you need. Thanks, Scott. Devin, thanks for tuning in, man. It's about 8:40 here on the East Coast. Great question. I've never been asked this. What what keeps you go? What keeps me going bait making? What drives me to get up and make some baits? You know, a lot of factors. Number one is I enjoy doing it. So that's number one. I guess number two would be I've practiced so much. I have put so much of my time and energy and thought and passion into this that I want to make the most of it. I still get really excited even doing something relatively simple, just swirling two colors. You know, when making my really fancy, really difficult pours, I like the challenge. I like to pour the unpoured, stuff that's never been done. That's what I try to do. Yeah, so your plastic is always going to clog up. I mean, you're always going to have a plug in the back of your injector. It does not matter. Does not matter what you do. I do recommend the bass tackle injectors or currently the N2 manufacturing injectors. Thanks, Ken. Yeah, just DM me about the bluegills. It's a set of 12 of them. They're 6 inchers. I'll probably let them go for about 75 bucks. So yeah, just let me know. Oh. Yeah, I mean, bass tackle is really the deal. I do not know who makes a good shrimp mold. I'm sorry. I do not know. So Rhett, my Florida Frog mold. Oh, I had that custom made in 2014. All the design, CAD, original artwork, and test molds. The whole thing cost me exactly $1,000. And then I bought an additional mold of it. Yes, George, I do not use my commerce website. I cannot keep up with the orders, so I had to stop doing that. Ireland in the house. Bacon as a trailer. I'd just rather eat the bacon, you know. What did my wife think of me starting a bait making job? She was all about it. You know, we were dating. We were already dating when I made my first bait ever. And so she's just kind of been along for the ride, you know, for ever since 2012. You know, making a bacon color is really difficult. Don't kid yourself. To do it right is really freaking hard. But that's difficult stuff, people. Oh, this guy's a trooper. He's making baits at 3 a.m. Dude, my man. I love it. I love it. Get your freaking pour on. That's what I say. Hey, you know, you could be out making bad decisions. You could be out drinking, doing drugs, creating children you'll never know. You're doing the right thing. Bacon solves a lot of problems, except for like cholesterol. Yeah, you can find yourself out here at all hours of the night if you're not careful. What's up? What is it? I mean, I have cigar in my mouth.
It's fruit punch. He confiscated it from me.
That's real good. Landon's gonna love that.
He confiscated it. I said, let me let Daddy try it.
So, go now. Okay. What molds am I after next? So I really like the Fat Guys Fishing. I think it's just called the Fat Guys Crawl. It's kind of like a really good version of the Do It I Crawl. And then of course, we're launching a new mold with AI soon, like a week from now soon. Sweet boys, yes, all the time. Whenever I just don't have something new in my mind that I just have to try, I try to duplicate something else that I've already done, but then try to do it a little bit better. So, my green color shift shad is a good example of that. Whenever I just kind of have hand pouring block, I just go to my base colors and I try to execute them as best as I can. The video about hand pours is called Using Temperature for Better Hand Pouring. Yeah, Bader's block sucks. Keeps going out on me. Here's a good question. What was my best investment? Was it a shooting star, custom bags, more molds? My best investment was definitely mold inventory. I've never owned a shooting star. And time. You know, time's your number one investment. Sorry guys, I keep having to touch the screen to update my chat. I'm a 14-year-old trying to get my business known. I'm assuming it's a bait business or something. You know, hey guys, there's really no secret to it, okay? I've been doing this since 2012, okay? It takes years to build something of value, and I worked social media as hard as I could. I started my YouTube channel, and I've now produced 400 videos. You just have to work. There's no shortcut to it. Dude, the new hot plate, let me tell you guys, the new hot plate has virtually eliminated any of my F-ups. You know, there's no longer hot spots on the plate. I get perfect bond between each mold. They heat evenly. They're level. I rarely have to throw a bait out. It has completely changed the game, and I was already at an extremely high level. Now I'm even higher. It's an amazing piece of equipment. I'm happy to have been a part of it. I'm happy to have shown it to the world, to have been the guy that got to do that. Yeah, so anyone interested, just contact Kyle. Ask him what the time frame is. I haven't talked to him now in a couple of weeks. But I know he's currently building some for some people who have already ordered. Yeah. The economy plate's going to be really popular, I think. You just need to just contact him. I do not know exactly what his turnaround is currently. Chuck, you want to get a hard durometer? You want to get a you want to get a saltwater blend? If you use dead-on plastic, they have a saltwater blend. Let's see, Polysalt Bait Plastics, they have 2 hard durometers. They have like a saltwater and then like an extreme saltwater. So it just depends on what you really want. Yeah, Gary, I keep hitting live chat and it just won't update. So Happy Jack fishes a lot of tournaments with a lot of baits that I give him and stuff that he makes now himself, and he catches the shit out of them. I mean, he catches a lot of fish. Florida man color. Oh man. What would that even look like? I've seen a bass eat a hot dog. Nathan, good question. As a beginner, should I start with open pour or injection? That depends on what bait you want. If the bait that you just love is open pour, start with that. If you're wild about a certain injection bait, start with that. It's all about what you want to get. Dusty, you want a t-shirt? Hey, go to my videos. I have a Teespring link to all my merchandise. Yeah, to make a Florida man color, I would have to use illegal substances like bath salts or something, or cocaine, methamphetamines, you know, all the types of words that get you demonetized on YouTube. I had heard of a restaurant called the World's Worst Restaurant. And I was like, oh, I would totally eat there. So it's working. Oh, good question. Have I seen any of the dead-on hyper shifts yet? No, but they are in the mail. They will be in my next video, no matter what the video is. A lot of pros are starting to use garage baits. Terry Scroggins even makes his own. What is my favorite color? My personal favorite color to use is probably Junebug. Yeah. Guys, we've been in here almost an hour. Wow. What is my favorite mold to use that I own? It's probably the AI Open Pour Swim Bait or my custom frog. Good day, mate. Austria, beautiful. Good day, mate. Oh man, the MF motor oil is ridiculous. Parker, don't get a starter injector. Get a good injector. Go with Bass Tackle. You don't want a cheap injector. An injector puts hot plastic under pressure, and you don't want it to be a piece of crap. If I had a free weekend day, would I spend my time making baits or catching fish? Ooh! Oh, right now, probably fishing. Right now, probably fishing. Yeah, I really tanked the motor oil market. My bad. All I did was show a cool color on camera. Something I've done 400 times, and everybody lost their mind. I'd like to do another rod build. I don't need another rod. That was something I kind of found out after I got into the rod building thing. I was like, oh, I'm going to make all these rods. And then I'm like, crap, I don't need any more. And I don't want to have to buy another blank and stuff. And Mudhole was kind of a bad sponsor, to be honest. And I just haven't needed to make another one. It's fun. It takes a long time. And I don't know that I would have the time to put into rod building content at the moment. I mean, that takes me half a day to do one, really. And and then you have to let it cure overnight, the epoxy. It's a big time commitment that I don't have a lot right now. Captain Crunch, I do not need another rod. I do not. Not at the moment. So my personal best fish came on August 10th, 2006. It was using a Zoom horny toad, not my own. My biggest fish on a bait that I made personally was 9 pounds 6 ounces. Do I have any other gadgets in the works, like the hot plate, any new products or things like that? No, not really, just a new mold. Launching a new mold with AI. You can use worm blend for a fluke. I would move up to swim bait blend. Scott Martin challenge, yeah, the Happy Jack challenge. Let's make it freaking happen. Happy Jack, he's just so happy. He's just so dang happy. I'm gonna have to go here pretty quick, guys. You know, I've never, so my bait company, Land is the Limit. When I stopped trying to do that full time, I've not really needed a shooting star. I don't do enough injection volume anymore. It wouldn't be my best investment right now. Not me personally. Billy's, yeah, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Lure action, yep. Send me a message on Instagram. For anyone who just jumped in, I'll flip the camera, show y'all some cool stuff. Yes, sir. Still gotta put eyes on these. Oh, here's a great question. Who's my favorite lure maker? My favorite lure maker is the great Jeff Peel with Fringe Tackle. He is the greatest hand pourer of all time. Undisputed. There has never been a better talent in bait making, any kind of bait making, than Jeff Peel. He's a hand pourer. My favorite hard bait maker. Like wood or anything, or glide bait, or crankbaits. I mean, obviously everyone's a fan of what Nate does on his channel. There's some, I mean, golly, solar baits. I mean, holy cow. There's so many. So many. Walter White Cook, all right. Yeah, Billy, I would do something like that if it just wasn't in my house, it's hard for me to just invite just people to my house. I don't see how super glue holds the eyes on for very long. It does though. This stuff right here, this is what you want. That right there. That right there. Here's an interesting question. Was there anybody that gave me the impression or maybe inspired me to start making baits? No, actually. When I started making baits, there were no bait making influencers or personalities or a guy to follow. I've been making baits long before anyone was doing it on YouTube. Actually, that may be a lie. There was a channel, this guy named Frank used to make baits on YouTube, but they weren't like tutorials necessarily. It was a very different style of content, so I just kind of did it on my own, to be honest. Yeah, you can definitely pour the eyes inside the bait. You can put them inside a capsule and then pour the bait around them. Oops. I don't prefer to do that. Do I know if Dead-On's hardener affects the floating ability? Yes, because you're adding resin, which adds weight. For sure. Oh, God, it keeps going out of focus. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. Do I have any molds from Epic Molds? Not currently. I talked to them a few weeks ago. They just moved to Melbourne, Florida, so they're actually now in my state. And they were gonna send me some stuff. I just kind of hadn't, I guess, decided yet. That sounds like really conceited. They offered to send me a mold, and I just kind of, I guess, haven't decided which one. One of the swim bait molds I like, but it won't necessarily fit the eyes that I use. So I kind of wasn't really sure what to do yet. Really great open pour stuff. They have a really cool injection swim bait mold. It's one of their first molds that I ever made. So before Epic kind of teamed up with Marling, they had like a really smooth Kitech style injection swim bait mold. That is maybe my favorite bait that they do. They still offer it, of course. It's sweet. It looks like an Alabama rig killer. Any tips for pouring baits in cold weather? Yeah. We don't have a lot of that here in Florida, but some people struggle with it. You got to preheat things. It's going to be a challenge. Yeah, I really like the Fat Guys crawl. If I get one, it will definitely be in content just through virtue of me doing videos, yeah. I'll probably, there again, I also am sponsored by AI. We sort of have, our partnership and stuff. So me doing like dedicated promotional content on competitor molds is obviously a bit of a conflict. But yeah, I could I can feature whatever molds I want. There's a conflict when trying to like promote competitors' molds, so I have to kind of walk a little bit of a fine line there. But the kind of slim, slick, smooth swim bait that Epic did, it was one of their first molds ever. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just like one of the Kitechs. I do not yet know what the pricing is on the dead-on shifts. I think Travis has posted some of that information on the dead-on page on Facebook, so definitely check that out. Slick swim, okay. I can't even talk. Slick swim. That's hard to say. Hey, Fish Daddy, say that 5 times fast. Slick swim. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I've considered a Patreon. I don't have millions of followers, I don't think there'd be much for that. So. Yes, but you should get some MF motor oil. Get it now. Get it now before I do another video and it's all gone. How big? Oh, this question cracks me up. Hold on, guys. By the way, drum roll, anyone? Yeah? Let's see. So right now, the remelt pile is, it's not too bad. I just keep it on the end of my table, along with some hand clamps. So my shop is not glamorous during my average day of the week. I try to clean things up for video time. Problem is I'm accumulating so many dang molds that I now have to keep them on my table because I'm out of actual mold storage space. So yeah, it's definitely getting crowded in here, guys. It's definitely getting crowded. We do what we can. Would I ever want someone to promote my baits in bass competition? I used to worry about that. Not so much anymore. I'm still more of a content creator than I am a bait company. I sell a lot of baits, but I've gone to a business model where I kind of control my supply because the type of bait making that I'm doing can't be mass produced. Anyone that's really spent any time hand pouring knows what I'm talking about. So trying to just blow up orders via bass tournaments, I've got more demand than I can handle. That's my thoughts on that. Yeah, so we're at 81,000 subs now. Obviously the goal is 100,000, but the less and less time I get to work on the channel, the slower my growth is, unfortunately. So, yeah, I would love to do big giveaways for like 90,000, a huge giveaway for 100,000. I just need all y'all to tell a friend to subscribe. Ryan, thank you so much, man. Yes, Nathan, if you do want to buy something from me, you kind of have to follow me on Instagram. That's the only place that I sell. So if I was to design another custom mold for me, not a mold to release, but a mold for me, it's actually a creature bait that I've had since 2015. I would absolutely make that bait. It's like nothing anyone's ever seen. That could be good or bad, but it's awesome. Al Fuente, it's the $10 cheapie. I don't do mini cigars, but I had this one. Figured, what the heck? If I'm gonna sit out here in the shop, tonight's as good a night as any. Thank you, Billy. Arthur, are you still in here, Fish Daddy? Do we still have Fish Daddy in the house? Now, I have had a real Cohiba from Cuba, and man, was it smooth. So smooth. I had a pet bass in high school. He was awesome. What is the worst burn I've gotten from hot plastic? None yet. Knock on wood. Oh my God, a Placosomus? That's a tough one. Tough one. Krusty Cranks, thank you. Thank you so much. The only time I've actually ever been burned with plastic, my dad was shooting baits with me. He was stirring a cup of hot plastic, took the knife out, and like accidentally touched that knife to my skin that had, you know, like hot plastic fresh out of the cup. Oh, hurt like heck. What lure have I made the most of? Still probably a worm. I've made a bunch of worms, guys. That's hundreds of thousands. People forget I used to do this in relatively high volume for a number of years before I ever made my first video. Like, y'all, dang it, y'all have only seen a snapshot. A small snapshot. Candy cane. Dan knows. Yep. Candy cane and the savvy worm. Mike, you know, I would definitely get the swim bait blend, but I wouldn't get the floating. Just me personally. Well, guys, I gotta run. It's after 10 o'clock here, and tomorrow's a work day. Outcast, are you on AMI? Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey guys, thanks for hanging out. I got to go to bed. I'm an old man with kids, so I can't stay up like you young bucks. Thanks so much for being in here, and we'll try to do that. We'll try to do like a real-time pour video soon. So, different time zones, guys. Different time zones. Have a good night, everybody. Thank y'all. See you in the next video.